All right. Check it out. Welcome to Might and Magic Clash of Heroes. We are here for yet another glorious episode. Let's get it. Oh man. Look, it's always the games you least expect. Now, check it out. We played Might and Magic Clash of Heroes as part of the Steam Next Fest. And I did promise that if any of these games do well, we'll bring these games back on the channel. And surprisingly enough, such a pleasant surprise actually, this game out of nowhere just started doing extremely well on the channel the moment it got released. Now, I have to confess, I did play this game years ago, the original Might and Magic Clash of Heroes on a PlayStation 3. So I fully enjoy this game. I think this game is real dope. It's a real unique take on the strategy tactics genre. And now we here. So we're gonna do a little playthrough on this game and see where it goes from there. Now, I can't promise the full playthrough just yet, but I'm gonna tell you this much. I do enjoy this game, and if the game gets great feedback, we will play this game in its entirety and do some multiplayer and stuff like that. Now, this is the definitive edition of this game. Like I said, this game came out in the PlayStation 3 era. I played a bunch of this with a bunch of my friends back in the days, so I'm fully excited to get this going. So without further ado, let's get right down to some gameplay. Alright, now we got the campaign, quick battle, multiplayer, leaderboards, help options, and exit game. That's just how the game looks on the startup. Now, we did play the demo as part of the Steam Next Fest, aforementioned, but I think it's going to start us from scratch. I don't think any of that save file data is going to roll over, so we're going to start the campaign from scratch, and here we go.
Ashan is a world of legendary peoples. The elves guard the forests of Irulan. Knights rule the Griffin Empire. Wizards survey the deserts of the Silver Cities. And necromancers control the wastelands of Haresh. But there is another parallel world. It is Sheag, the prison world of the demons. During certain lunar eclipses, known as blood moons, the walls of their prison weaken, and they burst forth, plunging Ashan into war. During the last Demon War, a powerful artifact was created. Called the Blade of Binding, it allowed its wielder to bind demons to his will. When it fell into the hands of a demon lord, it nearly turned the tide of the war in their favor. After the demons were vanquished, the blade was given to a handful of allies for safekeeping. These families of elven, human, and wizardly descent swore to guard it. But those who covet its power still dream of obtaining it.
Prologue, somewhere in the ancient forests of Ireland. Alright, we can press the D-pad to move, and we can go to the NPCs on the nodes to speak to characters. question marks. You can click on them and speak. So these are the elves and humans. Our boy Godric right here. We got our first unit, the hunters. These are archers. Fear not. Our guests have arrived. A disturbance? Demons! We shall use them for target practice. Alright, this is gonna be the first battle. So it seems like it's pretty similar to the demo so far. Yeah, from what I remember. Alright, now this game is amazing. Like when I first played this game back in the days, it really gave me that Dr. Mario vibe. Now if you're not familiar with Dr. Mario, look it up. It's like a Tetris style game. Now Tetris is automatically dope, and then when they made the versus Tetris back in the days when you can play against other people in Tetris, but Dr. Mario was really the game that got me hooked on these type of puzzle strategy versus games, and this game somehow captures that Dr. Mario feel, and it's epic. Now the way it works out is, like they said, our field is on the bottom, the enemy field is at the top, and you got to line up your troops with matching colors and things like that. Pretty dope, pretty simple, but it gets real complicated later on. Trust me, it gets super complicated and super dope. Now we're gonna do a second attack with our remaining move. Now that's how you form an attack. You line up 3 units of the same color behind each other, and it's gonna take them 1 turn to attack. So now our turn is over, the enemy's gonna line up his troops, and then when the turn ends, we'll get our attack off. He lined up 2 attacks, and he's gonna try to defend with one of his other troops. We hit him directly for 2 damage, and then for 1 damage. See, the first attack scored a direct hit to the enemy zone. The second attack got blocked by a unit. When it passes through a unit, it decreases it by 1 damage per unit. So that's another strategy. Core reinforcements, left and right trigger. Man, this brings back crazy memories. I know we just played it for the next fest, but I'm starting to think about that, like the mid game and the end game, and how crazy this actually gets. It's insane. Oh wait. Let's end the turn. has RPG mechanics, Tetris style mechanics, strategy mechanics, tactical mechanics. This game it's very simple when it comes to, you know, the game mechanics itself, but it gets real complicated with what you're able to do and the different combinations. It's amazing. I would say simple game design with complicated strategies. All right, defeat the enemy. Alright, the enemy made 2 attack formations. Create a wall to defend against an enemy attack. To do that, place 3 units of the same color side by side. Now, a defensive attack is similar to an attack, but you place them side by side. So we're going to place him here. Another yellow one there. Now we're just going to create these 3 units are going to turn into a wall. There you go. Our attacks pass over walls. The enemy attacks hit the walls. And our walls recover HP each turn. So each faction, they have different walls, and each wall has a special ability. So the elves, their walls recover HP every turn. So it's a real good ability. Other people's walls do different things. All right, the number on the bottom right hand corner, that's the amount of reinforcements we have. Now we have 12 reinforcements, so let's call them in. Bingo. Make an attack with the blue units. Perfect. All right. They want to demonstrate how you can shoot over walls, so you don't got to worry about your walls blocking your attacks. They will block the enemies though. And as you can see, that wall absorbed up to 3 damage. Yep. Idle unit, a unit that's not doing anything like charging up an attack or making a wall, he's just idle, they block 1 point of damage each. Well, each unit has a different number of defense, and that is going to determine how much attack power they block. In our case, we only have 1 defense. See, each of these archers have 1 health, so they're only going to block 1 damage worth of attack points. So you got to consider that they're good, they attack fast, and they're swift, but they don't block that much. Other units will have 3 and 4 defense, so just putting 1 of them will be the equivalent of like a wall. You see the wall has 4 health now? Yeah, see? The wall has 4 defense. You gotta just take that into account. Now we gotta win this battle on our own. It's gonna be pretty simple. We can set up a bunch of attacks or just set up a wall to block. We're gonna set up a wall of block here, and we're gonna create everybody else into a proper attack. But if we take that attack lane, it's gonna hit a lot of his troops. We're gonna do it anyway. There we go. And we're gonna start setting up an attack over here. End the turn. He's going to counter his attack, our attack with his attack. All right, cool. He blocked this. All right, I called in reinforcements. That's one of our points. Now we can create double walls here. That'll be interesting. But I actually want to create as many attacks as possible. So we're going to go with... We're gonna put him there and him there for now. All right, we just gotta hit him one more time and we should be good. I'm going to create that attack, even though I know it's not going to hit, but I do want to clear that lane up. And I'm going to call some reinforcements real quick and see what we get. Okay, we can do stuff with this. Let me... I'm gonna need this blue archer soon, so let's move this green guy somewhere important. Let's have him blocking some damage for now. And you can attack their attack formations to stop their attack from getting through. I could display that real quick. Now I'm going to attack their attack formation before their attack even gets through, and that's going to put them in a situation. But I can also possibly set up another attack eventually. I'm saving my reinforcements for now. See, the beauty of the elves, they attack within one turn, so they don't give you much time to retaliate or block. Get that going, call in some reinforcements, and we could actually make a wall here. That'd be fun. Walls blend into other walls and make them bigger, actually. So that was cool. Yeah, he's gonna block with whatever he can. Two attacks. There's an RNG factor that plays into the reinforcements and how they come out, but you'll eventually learn how to get around that. Yeah, see the AI is smartly preparing for attacks that's not even there yet. I'm gonna use a sort of an advanced strategy here because I need to get stuff going now. I just deleted a unit to gain more points back. You're gonna learn that later, but I had to do it now to maximize what we're able to do right now in this option right here. I can do it again here. And I'll set up an attack in this lane. All right, he failed to guard properly, so he should be done. Pretty good. So even in these earlier stages, these matches do get different because I'm pretty sure the demo played out completely different with the reinforcements and, you know, how I was able to maneuver units. Played out completely different. He didn't put up as much defense in the demo itself. So these matches do play out differently, even if you want to replay the game over and over. All right, we got some level 2 archers now. They got a little bit more health and things like that. You can actually check that out. See? Well, they actually still have 2 health, but they get an extra attack, which is going to be good. Oh, no. I didn't want to flee. No, that was a mistake. Oh, yeah, let's... Whew. I thought they was going to stop us from doing it. All right, cool. All right, this guy has new units available. Sometimes it's easier to remove a unit or wall to free up space. All right, that's exactly what we just did. Remove a unit and remove the blue unit. All right, yeah. Plus bleed to remove a unit, and if it creates a formation, then you get the point back. But it costs you a point to do it, so. Now we can create a chain by removing this unit, and then it causes a chain reaction. And there we go. We get the unit. We get that point refunded to us. Now you can do this, set off a huge chain reaction by removing one unit sometimes. Now, for instance, there's a lot of different chain reactions we could do. Remove this green unit, chain. Remove this blue unit, chain. And it goes right back into the reinforcement, so don't worry about removing them. Remove that unit, chain. Now we can call in reinforcements. There we go. Now you got 4 attacks coming at him in one turn. He's gonna have to try to defend heavily or retaliate with a strong attack of his own. With the extra stopping power, we're able to get through. There you go. See, now them archers is hitting a little bit harder. Now you need to block them with 3 points of defense. The 2 points isn't going to be enough anymore.
Savagely, the attackers put the camp to the torch. Sparing no one, not even the children. Terrified by his sister's fate, Aiden grabs a nearby weapon and crawls away from the fallen heroes who tried in vain to save them. Though Dalara's brave stand delays the enemy, it proves futile. And as she falls, a magical light escapes from her body and overwhelms Nadia. Aiden and Nadia fall through the weakening portal. Wounded and terrified, they hope to arrive safely in the Silver Cities. The demons finish their bloody work as Anwen crouches in hiding, containing her rage, waiting with a hunter's patience until the odds turn in her favor. Someone sent the demons to attack the camp. Someone powerful, someone who knew them, someone who does not yet have what he wants.
Prologue. Scattered across Ashen, orphaned and alone, their journey begins. Do you want to save? Yes. All right, now they didn't show this in the demo. The demo actually cut, and I don't even think you got the ending of that story, but this is how the game shapes up once you get past the prologue and the entry and the tutorial. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different regions, and I think there's an extra one for like the boss and stuff like that, but each region is its own separate story from a separate character. They have their own units and progression and everything like that. Pretty dope. I love the way they designed this game, but you really start with Irwin and her story, so you can check that out. Got our first quest. You can look at the quest objectives by looking at the map. Alwyn must find her cousin Fredden at the Hunter's Lodge in the east and inform him about the demon threat. Ah, demon, help me, help! We received a new unit, the Pixies. These are our core units. To equip units, open the hero menu with Y and select the army tab using the right bumper. In the unit equip menu, select the left stick, select the unit you wish to equip, plus A. The color of a unit does not change its abilities or effect on the enemy. Let's do it. Let's go to the unit slot. Yeah, there we go. We have different units. We're rolling with archers that we already leveled up, level 2 archers, 3 attack, 1 defense, and they take 1 turn to attack. That's those stats under the HP, under the experience. 3 attack, 1 health, and they take, 1 turn to attack. These are slightly different. 1 attack, 1 health, and they take 2 turns to attack. But the power of their attack is drawn from the amount of MP we have. So if we store up magic, they can become devastating. But they start off pretty similar to the archers. A ranged attacker. Pretty dope. Now we have them equipped already, right? I want them in next. Oh, and we can say, the way this works is we can say, okay, you know what? We want more pixies than archers. So we'll get a 2 to 1 split. Or we can say, you know what? We want all pixies. The color doesn't really matter. It's about what type of army composition you want. Are we gonna go 2 to 1 archers, 2 to 1 pixies, or just all archers or all pixies? In this case, I would go 2 to 1 pixie archers, for the simple fact our archers are already level 2 and our pixies still need to level up a bit. So we'll have them on the field, but when we call in reinforcements, the chances of getting the pixie is going to be lower than the chances of getting the archer. So that's how that mechanic works. Pretty dope. But there's where the RNG comes in. So let's get it. Let's attack. See? Now he has 1 unit type. We have 2. He's level 1, so he can't be too difficult. Alright, see, we have way more archers on the field than pixies. And our pixies are going to be green. I will leave them green. This is your spell meter. Now, they're going to teach us about the spells. When your spell meter is full, you can cast a hero spell. The MP in your spell meter increases when you hit the enemy. It also increases when you get hit. You can use your spells until the spell meter is full. Well, you can't use your spells, obviously. Now, the way that works is, it's a way of like turning the tide of battle. If you're getting hit a lot, those spells are powerful, so to help you like turn the tides of battle real quick, or subsequently, if you're doing a lot of damage, it'll help you close out the battle faster and things like that. So you got to think about that. Pretty dope stuff. All right, so let's start it off. Let's see what we got. We're gonna first try to make some combos. That'll be the first thing I'm gonna do. The first thing I like to do is see if we can delete anything to start a chain. If we can't delete anything, then we're gonna start going towards just making our own groups. We could do some good stuff here. Let's do this. That's one attack, right? I like that. I just seen something cool. You know what? If I do this, nah, I'll just do this. Another good strategy when you have like weaker units on the field that haven't leveled up yet, if it's possible, you could just use them as color combinations to create your walls. So that's always a thing. All right, let's get some more archers flying in each direction, shall we? We'll get you guys firing. We'll get you guys firing. And do we need reinforcements yet? What say we do? Let's call in some reinforcements. All right, good. And I don't know if you noticed it, but our Pixie's attack went up from 1 to like 2 or 3 because our spell meter was partially filled. If it was maxed out, they would do a devastating attack. 117 silver and no resources from that. Linking mastered. Would you like a tutorial about links? Yeah, let's do the tutorial about links. To make a link, create 2 attack formations of the same color. Linked attacks must launch on the same turn. To make a link, create 2 green core attacks. Now, links are just like chains, but more powerful. If I have 2 sets of green archers attacking at the same turn, they're going to link their attacks and it's going to get stronger. So let's start like deleting that, creating that link, moving this over to create that link, and moving this over to create a third link. You created a double link. Link attacks give a bonus and makes them stronger. There's no limit to the amount of attacks that can be linked. The more attacks you link together, the greater the bonus. Create a triple link by making a final green attack. Now you see how these are very simple game design mechanics, but it's starting to get a little bit more complicated. Now the colors matter. You see what I mean? So yeah. And the enemy can do this as well, and they're going to be doing this a lot. To where it's like, are you serious? They get all of those links turn 1. Like, how do I defend against that? Linking is a vital strategy that can apply to all unit types. There you go. Now, that's where that 2-1 dynamic we spoke about in the last match, that's where that really comes in handy, because if you want to maximize the amount of links you can do with a certain particular unit, maybe you want to have the 2-1 split in that unit's favor. See, so it's not just all frivolous things you're doing here. Everything is adding a little thing, one little simple thing that's going to end up making this game so much more than how it looks on the surface. So that's the quest icons. Side quest battles, main quest battles, boss battles, and there we go. Dope stuff, man. I would honestly say dope stuff.
All right. We're going to end the video here. If you're interested in playing this game, we got some information in the description box below. I appreciate you for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one. It's your boy DB4, and I'm out. Peace.